cycles, and it's just really not worth it. So hopefully we get a little bit more action and we're not sitting around for 15 minutes seeing these guys last hit. But the first wave, the first two waves, Jenkins, I'd say, is where it's important to really focus on the last inning and maybe not just spamming out the raises on each other.
Yeah, pretty much the idea, I think, in these 1v1s is to get level 3 and then the other guy's level 2, and then you're playing with the level 2 raise, and then you get the kill. Like, you commit to a kill at that point. Or, you know, level 7 versus level 5. It's really about that. Like, you're never using the ult. I've even seen people completely skip the ult and just go for an extra point in the aura. Although, I actually want to check that. I don't remember last game. Did they go for the passive? The third skill?
Yes.
Okay, so they're fine with pushing the creep wave. I guess they're going to push it with raise anyway. Okay, once again, lots of raises used at level 1 here. I will say, though, Kiyotaka has a bracer queued up, whereas Lorenof has a bunch of mangoes queued up in his quick buy. So Lorenof is playing to do a lot of early harass, trade his mana, and trade his net worth for that harass, whereas Kiyotaka is, like, it looks like he's going to play more for CS. Because
he has one CS.
Well, for now. I mean, the first wave is always an interesting one because you can...
They seem to be doing a combination of the raise harass, but...
Yeah. I mean, this is something that's true even in side lanes. You can, like, trade a bunch of resources on the first wave, miss a bunch of CS, but you got them low, that your next, like, 3 or 4 waves, you get every CS on. That's what we saw from both players in the first game. So obviously it just works out where it's like some prisoner's dilemma type scenario where they both get screwed. Like, they both had bad CS. A little similar here, like Lorenof traded, like I said, the mangoes for raising Kiyotaka. So of course Lorenof is taking advantage. Kiyotaka has mana to work with, and he still has a mango to work with. So we'll see if he can, maybe at like the level 3 timing, get a kill because of this.
That would have been big if Lorenof could have gotten the deny on that range creep there.
Yeah.
That would have been massive.
Yeah, when you're playing to use all these mangoes and regen. Oh, Lorenof is actually okay. So he's just bullying on the high ground. Kiyotaka's low enough HP that he can't walk up to CS here. Does he have a salve on Kiyotaka? I did not check his inventory. Okay.
He just used it.
He just used it.
Literally, as we clicked on him, he used it.
So I think the reason Lorenof was zoning him there was because either he saw the salve and he realizes if he's playing on the high ground, he can cancel the salve with a long raise, or he saw that he didn't have a salve, and so he's like, okay, you're going to be stuck at 50% HP, so I'm going to keep zoning you here. So Kiyotaka had to back off the salve, which gives Lorenof a little bit more of an advantage. Nothing huge, though. This is all very... Kiyotaka can definitely still recover here. So one difference in this 1v1 compared to the last one is that both players are raising for the range CS, which means when they commit for a kill, they will have one less raise, and they're going to have to use more mangoes for mana. Oh, looks like we got a community drop. Fiery Soul of the Slayer. Speaking of Arcanas...
Yeah, sure, you were talking about that. What SF1 was good.
Too bad it's not an SF Arcana.
Nah, well, that would be nice.
Because that's a way cooler hero than Lena. Congratulations, Caller 31, though.
Yeah. Even on tiebreaker days, we're being generous.
That's right.
Not only extra content, but more drops.
That's right, and both of these players being generous with the salves. This is the meta in the SF1v1s, which it's crazy that there even is a meta. Lorenof has a clarity. I'm curious when he thinks that he'll have time to use that. Because usually it's just mangoes and then using the stick for the instant regen. And Kiyotaka also has Bracer coming out. So I'm interested to see how much those extra stats will actually do for him here.
I mean, it's helped a lot. They're now even in CS. At one point, Lorenof was double. Not only lost hits, but denies too.
Yeah, once again, that's this issue of Lorenof committed all of his resources to harass Kiyotaka out on the first wave. Kiyotaka still had the mana to work with. He still had the mangoes to work with. He's just waiting until, like, raise level 2 to use the mana and use the mangoes. So, dead even here because of this.
There you go. Now he's found time to use his clarity.
So he's going to clarity up. So, okay, so he pushes the wave first into Kiyotaka's tower. And then he goes and blocks the wave to use the clarity. Honestly, nice. Really nice. If we're genuinely breaking down 1v1 mechanics, that is some good stuff right there. And obviously he preempted and knew he was going to have time to do that. Like, this was a play he intentionally made. Otherwise, you don't buy the clarity. Oh, the blood grenade cancel on the salve.
That was good. Holy shit, that was good.
That's really bad for Lorenof here if Kiyotaka has any more mangoes and regen to work with. And he does. He has the stick. Kiyotaka has the fort. You really think about fording the wave and then going for the medium raise into maybe the small raise there.
Did he have the mana for that though?
He did, yeah. He had stick
both.
and he had mango.
Okay, all right. Then
He
yeah,
could have done all 3 raises, but didn't want to commit to it. It was a bit risky. There's only 2 creeps. Completely dead even. It's really cool to see that a lane can be so even despite the first couple of creep waves going fairly well for Lorenof, I would say. It's not really a comeback. Once again, it is that resource trade that we saw, but it is just cool to see that both of these players have different ways of playing the lane, and both work.
This is roughly the time in the last 1v1 where we saw them going aggressive on each other. But while you guys are here, while you're tuning in, don't forget to follow Fissure where you can, wherever you're watching. And now they're both just going back. Going to be using Salve on the side of Kiyotaka while he's trying to block his wave.
And Lorenof, so it seems like the wave blocking is happening when they're using the courier. You know, combining the, if they're going to use time to walk back and go to the courier and then also stand out of range for the long race to Salve, then they may as well block the wave as well. So just kind of doing a little bit of efficiency there.
Kiyotaka's done so well in coming back.
Playing right outside of the power range. We are going to go for a trade to the death here, maybe. Okay. Now,
Lorenof does his 13.
yeah, that's why Kiyotaka did not commit there. Lorenof was baiting. He also has a Fairy Fire. Kiyotaka also had a Fairy Fire. 2 bracers on Kiyotaka.
Wait, did Lorenof go for the wand?
Yeah, Lorenof went for the full wand, which is an interesting play because it means that he has 20 charges to work with instead of 10, which means when it does come to that death trade scenario, you have a guy that's healing for 150 and then another guy healing for 300. That could make the difference. But it is less stat efficient than getting an item like a Bracer or another Wraith Band. I like the Bracers, by the way. I think in the SF1v1, it's about getting kills. And the Wraith Band is more for farming and right-clicking. So Lorenof is playing to CS the wave with his right-clicks, and it is working out for him. It's just cool to see the different approaches to this. Oh, raises the range creep, so Lorenof takes a couple of tower shots. There's where the Wraith Band kicks in, having a little bit of extra armor to tank a tower shot, so it's not a super big deal when you have those stats. These guys are not just buying like crazy amounts of blood grenades and mangoes like we saw in the last one. They do have some stat items. Oh, Kiyotaka, level 7 power spike. Does he go for it? Nah, just gonna zone him out. Pops the Salve. I think Lorenof would have really liked to throw the blood grenade, but Kiyotaka did a good job starting the Salve out of range of the blood grenade. And then he uses the clarity. I feel like that's going to get canceled pretty quickly here. Lorenof's paying attention. Yeah, there it is. Misses the range creep though, because he wanted to wait until Kiyotaka was in a position to cancel the clarity, which means he had to time it very closely with when the range creep was going to die, and he missed the timing.
Some of those things Kiyotaka was probably also very aware of that.
Yeah, he intentionally walked on the range creep at like a bad timing, essentially. It's just these little details. And these players, like, I don't think they're thinking about, you know, big braining, I'm going to walk with the clarity. It's just a feeling thing. This is just the instinct from 1v1s. So they're both going to trade a lot here. Lorenof with the slow. You cannot grab that rune, Kiyotaka. I know you're tempted.
I thought he was going to.
No.
He was walking that way, but he just wanted to try and go back into his high ground that way.
Lorenof is sitting on 19 wand charges. This is...
Surely, when you hit 20, at that point, as long as you're next to dead already, you go for it.
No way. No.
You just go for it. I think you just gotta go for it.
Oh, go for the kill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you can try for that. Yeah, if you see the Kiyotaka is sitting on 7. Oh, he's gonna go for the blood grenade. He needs to hit the medium raise though. Yeah, Kiyotaka.
Wait, it didn't even land. The blood grenade didn't actually hit on Kiyotaka.
No.
It's too short.
I'm not sure if it landed, if that would have worked out anyway. The distance there was a little bit out of range. Both of these players are doing a great job at keeping at that perfect distance. We're hitting the triple raise. It's just not been possible. Unless it's in a scenario where they can both hit it. But the high ground wards, of course, you cannot deward them. So they both have full vision of what's happening on both sides. Kiyotaka was waiting on the high ground to go for the medium raise. He was gonna go for the trade. Here
Radiant
we go, another trade. Kiyotaka's gonna walk into the tower and Requiem, he's gonna get burst.
Oh my goodness!
And with the Fury kills him, and the Death Requiem does not kill him. He was not close enough. So that is a huge advantage going the way of Kiyotaka now. He knew that they both had to commit to the triple raise. So Kiyotaka goes for the Requiem play. And then he TP's back.
Yeah, and Lorenof is just
Dire's middle tower is under
half
attack.
second too slow.
Really good time to TP back. And Kiyotaka does have boots on the courier. So I think he'll smoke up here with the boots. He's not going to smoke. He's just going to walk back.
Is this a... Do you think Lorenof reacted to seeing him do the Requiem, or he also had the same idea of the Requiem, just was slower? Because he didn't pop his wand. Oh, he did. My bad.
It's hard to say. I think the idea is that if Kiyotaka canceled to go for the raise because Lorenof stood still, then Lorenof might win that trade by Requieming instead of going for the raise, because the raise would have been a quicker kill if the math worked out right. If he had low enough HP,
I see.
that he could get a raise and then a right click. But the question is, does the raise and then the right click come before the Requiem? And, you know, obviously Kiyotaka in his head did the math, and he was like, okay, I'm going to commit to this Requiem. I don't think I can get the raise and the right click. It's too greedy. And so because of that, Lorenof doesn't get the ult up.
There's only 4 minutes left before it goes to maths on their creep score and on the CS and the kills. Right now, Lorenof is one down. Like Kiyotaka's up one.
Yeah, Kiyotaka's ahead on both.
What's the Hail Mary?
The Hail Mary is probably blood grenade into triple raise.
So going for a kill is what
Yeah, you have to go for a kill. There's no choice here. Kiyotaka has 4 wards, and they're all placed on both sides. Of course, you can be so greedy with vision in 1v1s because the rules are you cannot de-ward. Both sides are greedy with the vision. Just complete information on what both players are doing. Lorenof has to slot in that blood grenade. Yeah, he does. He slots out the salve, slots in the blood grenade. He realizes essentially what we have, which is the timer is slowly running out. He's going to need to go for a kill soon. Kiyotaka also is sitting on 2 blood grenades, which even if he doesn't use them, it's pretty stat efficient. Getting that 50 HP by just holding those is quite nice for the race trades.
Not a whole lot of action happening right now.
No. It's this is what happens when you get to this point in a 1v1 and you have all these stat items, especially bracers, because they now give HP. It's very hard to get kills. They both have wands as well. So the triple raise combo is not enough to kill either of them. They're gonna have to do some raising beforehand, you know. Yeah, they're like, you could raise kill either of these guys from like probably 70% HP for Lorenof, probably 50% for Kiyotaka because he has the bracers, as well as an extra blood grenade and then strength treads. Like, he's got a lot of HP. Raises are not killing this guy. No way. Okay, let's look at the talents. So Kiyotaka went for stats. Oh, sorry, okay, Lorenof went... Okay, he went for the right talent. I was thinking maybe they go for stats, just to have a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the trades.
Yeah, well, that's only Kiyotaka because he's done.
Yeah. But he goes for the right talent. And of course, nobody's going to go for the second spell. That thing is very useless. That is like one of the most useless spells in Dota. Please make it not consume souls. I beg of you, Valve. I'm so sick of pressing that by accident and I have to go farm 5 creeps.
Anything else they need to change while we're here watching this dragged out 1v1?
About SF?
Yeah. I couldn't care less about your viewpoints on any other hero.
I'm a big SF fan. You know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
I play SF in the offlane.
Really?
I think there's nothing more satisfying than ulting somebody from outside of trees, blinking in, and then triple raise. That's like this is the most stylish hero in Dota, which is why these players, if they can choose between 1v1s that are not SF versus SF or SF versus SF, everybody chooses SF. Even if it's offlaners doing 1v1s. We saw in the previous Dacha, in the 1v1 tournament, it was offlaners playing against each other. They still chose to do SF. I think it was mind control. He's like, yeah, let's play SF. It's a pride thing at this point.
Dota players in their pride, huh?
Yeah. Okay, Lorenof, you got to do something here, man. You are...
30 seconds.
He knows with the kill advantage, they're close enough in level that there's no way that he has more
doesn't know. He's got to know this.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
like the difference in CS will not make up for the 35 CS that a kill counts for. It's 35, right?
yes.
So he's got to go for a kill. He's got 10 seconds to do it.
I mean, he's not even up on CS either.
I think this is a pride thing. Oh, he's gonna go for the knockout. Okay, he's gonna go for the kill.
Okay, well, he's 2 seconds.
Kiyotaka is not letting it happen. He wants to win the 1v1. That's it.
That's it.
We're done.
15 minutes. Oh, anticlimactic end there.
It's like when a UFC match doesn't end out in a knockout. Everybody wants to see the KO,
Of course.
but the reality is sometimes you don't.
You don't go, what is it? Not with a bark, but with a whimper.
That's right.
And that's
We can't all be Max Holloway, where you point to the middle of the ring and you say, "Let's go, let's fight to the death." That's just too risky.
Let's pretend it was really hype. Kiyotaka, oh my goodness, congratulations, topping the groups there. BetBoom, no, didn't doubt them at all. Had no questions about this team and what they could come in and achieve themselves.